Hello, it's your girl Z, and I'm here with Introduction to Business Strategies with you, and we focusing on customer service this month. So the question that I want to answer for y'all today is, what is business strategies? What even is it, okay? So in short, it's a plan. It's a clear-cut plan to get you to your goal. And so when I first started my business, the Lash Queen's Aesthetic Spa, in my mind, I knew I eventually wanted to have a brick and mortar location, possibly multiple locations, right? So I did not start off there. I had a clear plan though on how to get there. So I started off in a salon suite. I stayed there for about 2 years. I built up my clientele. I got a financial advisor. I sat down, I made a business plan. I realized what kind of experience I want my clients to have. And I literally just nitpicked on everything that I wanted for my business. Now, does this actually always stick? No. You have to pivot. So all of my senior entrepreneurs, you know that businesses come with all the obstacles and hurdles that you have to get over, which is cool, right? But you have to learn how to pivot. So some things stick, some things you have to change, and you have to maneuver, and you have to create something different from it. So that happens sometimes, right? But what I really want you to focus on is, what is the long-term goal for yourself? And so for me, yes, you can just sit and you can think about it if you want, but for me, coming up with this plan, I sat with God. I sat in prayer. I meditated on it. And I really thought about what would be possible for me. What kind of work do I want to put in? Who do I have supporting me to do this? So all of these things were really, really important. What type of finances do I need in order to accomplish this? What kind of team do I need? Like, all of these things are really, really, really important. So like I said, I will sit down, I'll meditate. If you don't meditate, if you pray, it don't matter what your spiritual practices are, but sitting in silence with yourself and allowing ideas to just flow to you and creating some different scenarios and situations within your mind as to how and why this business will work is what you need in order to have a clear brand strategy and plan ultimately, right? So I want you to ask yourself really quickly, what do I want my business to look like in 5 years? And if we don't know, they say that in 5 years, either you're gonna make it or you ain't. They say most small businesses will fail within the first 5 years. So we want to set the goal for ourselves as to what we want, where we want to see our business in 5 years, right? So we want to come up with the end goal first. What does that look like? Who's our target market? This is what we're going to be getting into over the next couple of weeks. But who is our target market? Who are we selling to? Is it a service? Is it a product? How do we create this product? How are we going to be providing this product or this service to our client? And am I going to always be providing it to them, or am I going to have a team that also does it? And if you're going to have a team that does it, how are you going to let them know that you want it to be done this specific way? This is customer service. And I'll tell you a quick story. I remember going to a restaurant. I love eating a good salad, okay? So I was going to this restaurant, and if I like food, y'all, I'm gonna come and I'm gonna support you damn near every day, okay? So salad was really bomb. And so I found myself there maybe like at least once or twice a week, just getting this salad during my lunch, right? And I noticed very quickly that they weren't consistent. So one day my salad would be like fully loaded, and I get like 2 salad dressings on the side. And of course, I love this, right? In fact, give me an extra dressing, right? And then there would be another day when I noticed that the owner wasn't there, where the toppings on the salad were cut a little bit smaller, And y'all are like, Zakia, like these details don't matter. They do to your customer. Consistency matters. And so you want to come up with this plan so that you can pass it on to someone else. Otherwise, you're just going to be working for yourself for the rest of your life because you don't have a strategy to be able to pass it on to somebody else. And that's no different than somebody that's working a 9 to 5. And that's something that I had to learn, and I don't want y'all to make that same mistake, okay? So back to the story. The salad, the pieces were cut up a little bit different, and then there was less of it on top of that. So me, being me, instead of writing a review, I sent the owner an email and I let her know, like, hey, it really isn't all that consistent. I really love when you make my salads. And they're like, great, fully loaded, got all the things on them, got a lot of all the things on them, right? I'm fake vegan, y'all. So if I get a salad that doesn't have protein on it, like, I need you to load my salad up with all the things, okay? And in short, she said, oh, I apologize, gave me a discount, but then she didn't know how to create that consistency. And I wish she would have hired a girl like me, because I would have told her how to make sure that her employees are producing the same results with every meal, every drink as she does. So that's what I want to make sure you guys are understanding. So a plan is exactly what we want people to be getting, how we want it to be given to them, right? So that they can get it every single time. Consistency is key, okay? Every time a client comes to your business, every time they buy something from you, they should get the exact same experience every single time. And then we want to measure all of these things. Do these people even want this, right? Let's not waste our time and give our clients and our customers something that they don't even want. So a lot of times we need to take surveys. We need to really dig deep as to what they want so that we're not just frivolously throwing things out there. And I will say that I also was a victim of that, attempting to give my clients more services that they didn't even want. Now, it was a test. I say test everything. So I consider my spa to be full aesthetics. However, I made sure that everything was in there at one point. And what I learned is that my clients didn't even want all that stuff. So again, I had to reel back on that plan. I had to pivot, and I had to realize, okay, I can be full aesthetics, but there are some things that I don't really need to have on my menu because my clients don't want that. My clients don't want to sit longer than about an hour. And so I asked them that, and that's what they told me. So I'm just going to give them what they want, right? So no need for me to go and have all of these supplies for these services that my clients don't even want to sit to receive, right? So what is your plan? What do you see for your business? How much do you want to make? Where do you want to be? Who are you selling this thing, this product, or this service to? What is your plan to step out of the seat if that's what you plan on doing? If you want to always be a service provider and always be working, then that's okay. There's nothing wrong with that. But some of us have the goal of having more free time. That has always been my goal, right? So I want to have free time to be able to spend with my friends and my family. And I realized that in order for me to do that, I have to have these systems in place to be able to maintain the quality that I produce on my own, right? So that's the difference between a business owner and a person that works for them. They'll come in and they'll do what you want, but then they'll do it their way. So how do you make sure that they are producing the same results that you are, making sure that you're maintaining this customer service and this customer experience consistently, right? So you have to first come up with a clear plan as to what that looks like when you do it. So what does a person experience as soon as they come onto your website? What do they experience when they first call you? What is it like when they actually come in? If it's a online e-commerce, what is it like? How long does it take them to receive their package? How long does it take them to get a confirmation email? All of these things matter, y'all. How long, or not how long, but what does the package look like once they actually receive it, right? Do you got pretty tissue paper? If it's not your thing, don't worry about it. Whatever it is that you do, though, it needs to be consistent. Okay? It absolutely needs to be consistent. Whatever you decide to do, you need to be able to pass it on to whomever your team members are. Then you want to go back and you want to also say, okay, well, who's even helping me do this? Who do I need to help me build this business, build and maintain this business? Okay. So for me, I needed a bookkeeper. Early on, I thought that college and my accounting and finance classes were enough for me to be able to manage my business's finances. That was a lie. Okay. That was a whole lie, honey. I learned in the first 8 months that I couldn't do it on my own. And it wasn't until I hired my bookkeeper that I even realized I had made 6 figures in my first 8 months of business. So know your weaknesses and your strengths and pass on your weaknesses to somebody else. I'm not telling you to be completely ignorant about it, because I know about finances and I can sit through a whole accounting, bookkeeping, finance meeting and know exactly what's going on. But for me managing it, that is something completely different. So have a plan. Who do you need in place to help you with this? And you may have to wear all the hats initially, because I could not afford a bookkeeper during those first 8 months of my business. But once I actually took a look at everything and realized I was doing it all wrong, I actually could hire somebody and could afford it, right? So who do you need? Maybe you need somebody on your marketing team. Maybe that's not one of your strengths. Maybe you need a receptionist for you because you are in the back doing services or in the back prepping for products and things of that nature. Who's going to be doing your customer service for you? And there's so many different tools out here. AI can help you with so much of that, right? But you need to know what you need help with. And that is what I'm going to help you with. But first, we need to start off with a plan. So I want you, this is your homework today, to go sit down, meditate, pray to your God, whoever that is, and ask God, what is the purpose you have for me within this business, right? So for me, I'm a very faith-based woman, and I feel like everything that I do is because God wants me to do it. That's just me, okay? And that gives me purpose. It gives me a sense of belonging in this world, that I'm not just here just to live, but I actually have something that I'm supposed to be doing. So I go to God to see exactly what do you want me to do, right? And then of course I do have this vision, because I'm not just this person here. I have feelings, I have this creative mindset, I have thought processes that, are mine. And so I mix a little bit of what God wants for me, plus the creative juices and this energy that God has placed within me. I mix those two together and I come up with this master plan. So you want to say, what's your end goal? And then you want to take yourself back so that you can actually create a plan for yourself to get to that end goal. What do you need to do today that will be the first step, the second step, the third step to get you to that end goal that you want to get to? That's what I want you to work on today. Come up with a very clear plan as to what you want for yourself in your business. So for me, I knew that I wanted to create a business, but I also wanted to have freedom with my time. I want to be able to go and spend time with my family and my friends. So that was a part of my business plan, right? So what do I need to do in order to, I might be working diligently the first couple of years, but how am I going to get to that freedom? So that was what was important for me. So I want you to ask yourself that same question. What is important for me, and what do I want for myself within this business? Take that time to create that plan for yourself. If you have any questions, let me know below. If this was helpful, also let me know below. If there's any other topics that y'all want to know about as far as business strategies go, let your girl know. I'm here to help you. I am your personal coach, and I want to make sure that we are actually creating these businesses not only to thrive, but to strive for generations to come. That's my goal. I hope it's yours too. We don't want a business that's just here just for our lifetimes, but if we can pass it on to our children and our children's children, then let's do it. But it takes planning in order to get that. It takes strategy in order to get that. So I want you to focus on that for yourself. I want you to like, comment, subscribe below. Let me know what other information y'all might want. And I am here for y'all. Stay tuned for our next video where we will have even more information to get your business to the place that you want it to be. Peace and blessings.